Go live.
Go live.
Do something cool.
What?
Do a backflip.
I can't.
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh,
Checking audios.
not as athletic as we once were.
See what we got. We're good on Facebook audio. That's all good and live. And we're good on YouTube. So welcome back down to the bar. 100 Proof Whitetails podcast. Jake's back down.
How are you?
Ain't seen him in a while, so I invited him over. He's got here a little late. We were going to swim quick, cool off. It's 90 degrees today. And then we're going to come down, shoot an episode here at the bar. But we'll just swim after.
Farm called.
Farm called. What are you going to do, man?
Got to get stuff done.
Yep.
Now that we got the bucket back on the excavator, that's huge. Get a lot of work done that we've been putting off now.
Yep.
So
You said you get a brand new bucket, right?
So what we had done was we essentially had a blade, pretty much a steel blade, welded on. Well, not what we had it welded together that then we can bolt on up over the teeth. So when we're digging ditches and stuff like that, it's a nice clean line.
Gotcha. Okay. Yep. I've
Um,
seen people make them bolt-on style and all different ways.
Yep. So this just sits up over the teeth, and you just bolt it on to the
Mhm.
side of the bucket.
Yep.
We also got a new pin put in it, so that's good. Beat the hell out of it with a sledgehammer. It's always a fun time.
Hold.
Was able to run home, change, and made it here in record time.
Perfect. Excuse me. Yeah, we plotted out. We had a little dinner.
Amazing dinner. Chelsea, that was kick ass.
Yep. Miss Chelsea, Ryan's wife, made some great pasta salad. We brought the leftovers home last night. We were over at Ryan and Chelsea's for dinner with Maverick and Dylan. Lit off some fireworks. Of course, Dylan was a little pyro with that. And then, yeah, well, he got that fire going too in the backyard. He did pretty good last night. Just burnt his hand once on a sparkler. I swear, those things are worse than fireworks. They got that like molten freaking metal
Yeah.
stuff. Well, the ones you can buy at Walmart anyway.
I have to say, I think Roman candles might be my all-time favorite firework. I mean, they're
That's what
multi.
me and Ryan were saying. We're talking about shooting off Roman candles at each other and stuff like that.
I mean, really, they're great deterrent. You can deter intruders. You can shoot your friends with them. You can use them as signals if you get lost. I mean,
It's a safety flare.
it is a multi-purpose fun stick.
Yeah. So
And if you want to argue that with me, you're
Yeah.
gonna lose.
whatever. But yeah, so got a lot of stuff going on. We had some dinner. We hang out outside, finally cooled off a little bit this afternoon. Plotted out the area for the wiffle ball for my birthday party. So
Reliving our childhood.
I'm looking forward to that. I think we're gonna have the home run be the pool and the dog yard, right? From where we looked at.
That, or we're just hitting dingers into the fence, and if you get electrocuted, you get electrocuted.
Yeah, we could just play with the electric horse fence for center field too. That'd be a
I
pretty good
really
time.
like that idea.
I know.
'Cause I want
know.
to see who's got it to go and get it.
Yeah, you never know, man.
I don't know. I got horse fence and cattle fence out behind the house, and
Well, I'll tell you what, you'll feel it if you run into that fence.
whether you get clotheslined and or you get electrocuted.
I think it's got a 40-mile fence around it. I don't have 40 miles of fence. So you're going to feel it pretty decent. So yeah, we got that coming up. My birthday party is coming up end of the month, 22nd. What else is going on in July? Last RBD shoot
That's this weekend.
this weekend. So I have to go down to Dansville at some point this weekend to get.
Oh, I'm going.
Well, let me know when you're going because I got to go down and give Rob my certificates for my donation.
Gary and I are gonna go down Saturday morning and shoot.
Okay, perfect. I'll ride with you Saturday.
You want? Yeah, you probably can't shoot, can you?
I mean, I could shoot as a walk-on.
If you want to, is the shoulder gonna be?
Shoulder's fine.
Yeah,
Shoulder will hold up.
You want to come shoot walk on with us? Hell yeah.
Yeah, we'll see how far it drops. I'll be putting that red pin up on the top of the back, man.
Then it's only 30 yards.
Yeah, well, 52 pounds, man. It's tough right now to get any kind of I got pin gaps, that's for sure.
Dude, you know, we always like joke about like how fast our bows are, and then you have to turn yours all the way down, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm shooting 70, Gary's shooting 70, Nate's shooting like what 60, 65,
Oh, he's 72.
70. Keith is drawing 40 pounds.
45.
45, okay.
Yeah. So anyway.
Maybe 47 on a good day, Keith.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
We're gonna see the arc, the legendary arc.
Might as well just bring the stick though.
Dude, you're gonna go
just bring the old bear.
It's gonna be a 37-yard target, and it's gonna look like one of those arrows flying in Lord of the Rings,
Yeah,
going
whatever.
up, touching the sky, dropping in for a perfect 12 ring.
Well, that'd be nice. You watch, I'll shoot like freaking great as a walk on and not be able to count it.
You should ask if you could shoot from the kid stake.
Yeah, I'm good. I'll shoot from the regular one. Mike King commenting in says, "Hey Ben and crew, how you guys doing?" Mike King signing in from Central New York, getting ready to start preparations for fall food plots soon. Yeah, I mean this past weekend, put a video up for trail camera tips. I have 3 other ones I filmed as well that day when I was out.
Okay.
So those will be dropping on the YouTube channel if you're tuning in on Facebook or on the Bullhorn. They'll be over on the Old Tin Cup YouTube channel. That's where all the hunter proof episodes go, and all the hunting and habitat content and all that stuff goes up there too. So I just put one up yesterday, and got the other 3 I'll be releasing out, probably one this weekend, and be releasing those tips here and there going forward. But yeah, cameras are out for the most part. Man, this fly is bothering the snot out of me, dude.
I'm gonna lose it.
Anyway,
It's time to die.
so cameras are out. Fall food plots, we got to get them mowed up and then sprayed down. We just had such a good holdover from the 100 proof, which is the name of the seed blend this year, is the 100 proof mix.
I like it.
Yeah, so that's available, bagged up. I got roughly about 7 acres bagged right now, ready for sale with the first batch. So that's ready to go out. And that's got several different species of turnips, species of clover in it as well for good holdover into that spring. Good cover crop going into that too. So yeah, fall food plots are right around the corner. I mean, we're 5th today, right? I got my days all screwed up with the.
I thought yesterday was Sunday.
Yeah, so plenty of time to get them mowed down, sprayed down. If you got problem weeds, hit them with even some 2,4-D before that August plant or September plant if you're doing a cereal grain. But yeah, fall food plot prep for planting is coming.
You okay?
Tongue twister.
How much have you had to drink already?
Just one.
We might have to cut you off.
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, so we got fall food plots. I'm actually starting to brush hog, so that's something that I recommend everybody is taking off May and June for brush hogging. Wait until July. And the 2 fawns I jumped when I was out brush hogging, they were able to get up and move off. So it was perfect, just like we planned for. Let them get big enough and stuff where they're out of the way. Same thing for the turkeys. Man, that fly's getting right after you.
I'm going to burn the place down.
Don't burn my house down. There's too much alcohol in here. It'll go up quick. That's a waste.
Fair enough.
So, yep. But, yeah, so fall plots, cameras. So you were saying, it kind of went into what I was saying with getting stuff mowed, is you wanted to put some cameras out and you had grass up to your eyeballs.
Yeah. And for those of you that don't know me, I'm 6 foot, so that's tall grass.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, granted, it is on the edge of a swamp, but when I'm walking in standing water through kind of the edge of a swamp, that grass is tall. I'm waiting for it to dry out so we can get back in there and cut it. And like I was telling you, our hayfield, the top half goes to square and the bottom half goes to round just because of how wet it is. And I still got standing water in my fields, in one field.
Yeah, it was weird. We were super dry for May. And I kind of want to touch on that, which is something that I've brought up a little bit, but I want to touch on it again because I haven't seen any, and I want to put it out there to the viewers if they've seen any. But we were really dry, and then all of a sudden we were really wet in the mid to tail end of June. I think we're still technically at a deficit for our rain drop because
I'm,
May was so dry. I mean, unreasonably dry
I want to
for
be
what we're used to.
yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we are still technically in a deficit.
Yeah.
Um, I haven't looked at the forecast to see if we have any more coming. I think what we got over the weekend was the last of what we're gonna get until your birthday.
No, Saturday, Sunday they're talking, but again, it's hit or miss right now. The showers that you've had have been they're either going to get you or they're not.
Right.
So
Because I mean, I've driven home from work and it's piss pouring. I get home and it's bone dry.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. So that's the thing is with these pop-up showers and thunderstorms, a lot of it depends on where you fall on the map
Mm-hmm.
because you might not even be getting any. Um, that's the name of the game with the food plots, and you're trying to play the bet with Mother Nature is, and like I've told people is, I've pushed planting off a week, 10 days, 2 weeks, whatever it is. I'd rather have rain than to get that seed in by a magical second week of August or whatever you want to call for time frame. I'd rather have that rain so we get good germination. Mike comments back in, says I need to buy some of that seed from you. Send me more info about how I can get some from you. Yeah, absolutely, Mike. I'll send you a PM after this. Um, I can ship it. I've shipped it last year. Guy ordered a big order. Guy put in 5 acres of order last year. And then the other stuff is available for pickup here. My dad will have some in the Clyde area if that's a little closer for you. He'll have a few acres there that I stage up with him, and then Heritage, display stand all figured out, built up, whatever you want to call it. So I'll be able to have a nice display stand there for the seed over at Heritage.
Please, people, go get your bows tuned. Start shooting right now. If I have to see one more
Good
person,
segue.
if I see one more person post September 1st, time to break out the bow and make sure I'm dialed in, paper plate at 10 yards. I don't know what I'm going to do.
Yeah, get them to the shop now before the shops get super busy. If you got to have any work done, new strings put on.
They did just put up a post about new strings.
Mm-hmm.
Check Heritage's, I believe, Facebook, but I know definitely their Instagram page. They did just post something about having strings in quickly for certain model bows, people. So please go check that out.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, that's definitely something that we've been shooting the summer leagues. It's been a little hit or miss with we had Juneteenth and then we had 4th of July, so our schedules are a little off for getting our shots in.
Dude, I don't think we've shot together as a group since like the first 3 weeks.
Yeah, everybody's getting busy. I mean, Nate's obviously got the kid. Nate, actually, I don't even know if you noticed. Did you notice my front porch just got redid? No, you didn't. Didn't. So if Nate's watching this, you can give Jake crap because he didn't notice how nice your handiwork was.
Sorry, Nate.
I was on a little deficit for time, but I had a little bit of money. So Nate's like, hey, he's like, I got another deer mount I got to pay for. And he's like, I know your wife's been wanting you to finish that porch for a while. He's like, how about I finish that porch for you and he help me out so I can get the last couple $100 for my deer mount.
Yeah.
I'm like, done, sold.
Absolutely.
And the thing looks knockout, dude. He wanted to have it done for the party. He also came over, pressure washed the house and the garage. He's got the place looking like $1 million around here. I just got to make the landscape look good by the 22nd, and I'm golden for my birthday party. But yeah, big shout out and thanks to Nate if he's watching.
Attaboy, Nate.
Thank you, buddy. Really appreciate it.
You're the real.
And my wife made my wife very happy, which makes my life very nice.
It was done by a professional.
Refill?
Let's go for the pure gasoline. What are you drinking?
Well, I'm drinking, if you want to try that before you. If not, what did you like last time you were here?
Everything.
Okay. You want a fancy cup?
Yes. Thank you.
Ooh, this one's good. A little hot?
A little bit, but it's not bad.
Nope, not bad with an ice cube in it. That's that Penelope. Which I like it a lot, but it's really hot out, so I am not.
Oh, there it is.
Yep, there's the tail bite.
There it is.
That's a barrel proofer. This one's not. Don't. I need to find another one of these. I need to go to Ryan's and see if I can find another one. The 1792 12-year, dude, 10 out of 10 would recommend that bottle.
I think we could probably go put that in the F350 and it'll run just fine.
Yeah. And that's with a cube on it, tone her down. Yeah, she bites.
What's,
I like it. That's my flavor though.
What's worse? What's got the worst bite? That or the Alberta?
Oh, the Alberta, dude. That rye, that Alberta cast strength rye is like, but dude, for what was it when we bought it? It was $30. Was it 30? Or I think it was less than 30.
I think it was like $30. No, it was between 20 and $30 a bottle.
Yeah, something like 20 or $30 for Alberta Premium cast strength, which is normally, and I told you, it's like an $85 bottle. And Jake's like, I don't believe it. And so we ended up, I bought like 3 of them.
I thought you bought 6.
I might have bought 6. So
in my defense, we were drinking at my
yeah,
house.
because I gave a couple away. That's why I only have like 3 bottles left. I haven't finished one of them, just for the record. I'm not a big rye guy. Definitely not a cast strength rye guy.
Dude,
That thing,
you can start a forest fire with it.
But your proof points per dollar is very reasonable.
Oh,
that
absolutely.
Bottle.
It's like, what is the old?
I can't even remember what the heck it is, dude. I might have just like tossed it out somewhere. I got too much booze here. But yeah, I don't know where it is, man. It's not in a place that's readily available because it doesn't get drank.
Dude, like, that's something you pour into, like, if you get hogweed on your skin, just pour that on. It might cure it.
It's possible. It's definitely possible.
It's either going to cure it or it's going to kill you.
Yeah, it's possible. It's hot. What is it, like 140? It's like hazmat level.
Dude, it's like 147. It's dangerous.
There's at 137.
It's, all we know is it's almost touching 150.
Yeah, it's hot.
Hold still. Got his ass.
Oh boy.
And this segment was brought to you by Loophole. Please sponsor us.
Loophole. Hit your mark every time.
Look at that.
No
On
flinch.
camera.
No flinch.
Way to take it. Attaboy.
Yep. Getting back to the comments on it, Andy Hall says, hey guys, happy 4th. Working with the dog, getting ready for some South Dakota pheasant. Sounds like New York found some to release. Want some seed too. Hey man, anybody that's interested in seed, I'll be putting up some posts now that the bags are filled up and ready to go. Yeah, it's available. I got 30 some acres that I got bought up. 7 of it's bagged right now, and I'll be working on it, get one forward. 12-year?
It's good.
Yeah, you can fuck with that. That's better than the Penelope.
Yeah. It's a little hot, but it's not bad.
Yeah.
I like it.
Not a bad one. So, yeah, Andy, definitely got some seed and everything like that, but getting ready for the South Dakota pheasant.
Oh boy.
I've never shot birds or never shot like upland birds over dogs.
Really?
No.
It's
waterfowl, yeah, but not upland birds.
See, it's been so long since I've done it. But my dad and I used to go, and really before he got really into dogs, I was said bird dog.
Mm-hmm.
I was not a good bird dog.
No?
No, I am a terrible bird dog.
We're breaking it down?
No.
No?
What?
No, I'm just...
No,
I thought you were telling a story.
No, I'm not a good bird dog.
Oh.
Don't ever ask me to play bird dog.
We got bird dog over there, too, if you want to do shots of bird dog.
We need Nate for bird dog. Speaking of the devil.
I know. So, speaking of that, Nate's over here on the YouTube line. Mark C. comments in, says, we're having rain now and a good chance of resting next week and all next week except for Wednesday.
Where's Mark C. at?
Mark
C., where you at?
Yeah. Where you at, Mark C? Yeah, I mean, I know there's chances, just like any time this time of the year with a thunderstorm rolling through, but I'm talking those 90%ers, quarter to half inch, good rains, a set seed and stuff like that. Nate says unbelievable. I bet he's talking about you not seeing his handiwork.
He's probably pissed.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hear about it when I see him.
That's all right. We'll go check it out.
Nate, do you forgive me? Do you still love me?
Of course he does. He says, thank you for the shout out. Much appreciated. Yeah, Nate. cheers to you hanging out at home, buddy. And
Who's watching who? Is he watching Baby O or is Baby O
gotcha,
watching Nate?
gotcha. So I thought that's where Mark was from. So Mark says I got my cameras out, or you got your cameras out. Yeah, we got cameras out, a good chunk of them. On the 4th, I did.
I got 2.
That's a good chunk for some folks.
Yeah, that is true.
You know, some people only run like 3-4 cameras or whatever, and that's fine.
Like I forget that like I do have quite a bit of cameras. It's just
Yeah.
I don't have them all out at the same time. Like I don't know if you're this way, but I did say I was gonna eventually switch over to cell cameras this year. But for right now, I probably won't get them and put them out until like end of September. But come season, I always keep a camera or 2 just in my pack in case I see something that I need to figure out.
Drop some sign on it or something like that. Yep.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Because you never know when you're going to see something running across the field. You see where it goes in. You see deer do it the next morning, and then that night as well. Like I want to know what's going on over there.
Yep. Yep. And sometimes like that, like I'll pull out the mobile setup or switch stand locations or something like that if I'm seeing some different change in movement that I'm not normally seeing with a spot. But a camera can be huge for mid-season to put out there. I've shipped them before in season, so yeah, some of the cameras are out. I like getting them out. 4th of July is kind of our annual big push to get a lot of our cameras out. And that'll get me most of the way into October or further, depending on the camera or the brand and how many pictures they're taking. But I like this time frame because they're starting to get that frame.
Yeah.
And I can start to find certain individuals or maybe certain bucks that maybe survived or I didn't know survived, stuff like that. So, yeah, that's usually what we do is try to get them out there around July. For a good chunk of them, I got to get some over to the other properties. That's just the main farm that we got cameras out on.
I had to go throw some out on my.
Yeah, I got a couple. I got to sprinkle out other places and stuff like that. But yeah, some of the cameras are out. About a half of what I usually put out, I think, is out.
So going back to your mobile, when you said getting mobile, I've been looking at it more, and some people will know this. The big man struggle is, the weight rating says 300. Is that 300 fully dressed? Is it 300 stripped down? Because that's a fine line I don't want to play with. And I know XOP makes theirs is all rated to 350. I have some XOP sticks. I really like them. And I was pricing out their stuff, and they were like 3 full-length double steps, if not a 4-pack of sticks. Their bigger stand, I think their biggest stand, it's like the Air Raid, and just some extra attachments and stuff. Came out to be like $480 to $500 for everything. And I mean, if you are like you're like me and balling on a budget with some stuff, $500 for 4 sticks, a stand, and some extra straps is not a bad price.
No, especially for a setup that you can pick up and go, or jump from tree to tree or spot to spot, whatever. And what I suggest to folks is if you only have the budget line, let's just say, to invest in a mobile setup like that, you can go in and preset those stands. And what I mean by preset is take your sticks out this time of the year, get up in your tree, trim out some lanes, find your tree, pick your tree, trim your lanes, get an idea how you're going to approach that spot before you get into season, and get that already set. That way when you take your gear down, maybe find a nuance, like you got to get up around this knob of this tree a certain way with the stick to make it right. That way you're not going into blind some of these trees for the first time you're setting them.
Yeah, and I mean, we all know Onyx is exact within 6 feet.
Pretty close, yep.
So, guys, fellas, ladies, if you need to, don't be afraid to like tie a piece of ribbon on 6 foot up the tree when you're climbing it, and also throw those notes in your Onyx as well, like have to go up left side due to not in tree.
Yep.
Like you have the tools there available, use them because.
Yeah, do a dry run right now this time of the year, and a lot of the bucks, especially the bucks, but a lot of the deer aren't in those fall areas. And I see a lot of guys put a lot of concentrated effort into where they're seeing deer right now. Where you should be focusing more on is higher stem count cover, transitional areas between, a bedding area or a perceived bedding area and food sources, stuff like that. Because right now especially when it's this hot, they're getting up, they're walking out to a bean field, they're getting up, they're walking out to a hay field, they're getting up, they're walking out to an alfalfa field, whatever it might be.
Soybeans.
They're not going far.
No, they're only moving 100 yards if that.
Yeah.
Maybe 200 yards if that's like if it's 200 to 300 yards from food, bed, water.
Mhm.
They're not leaving it.
Yeah, and
they're like teenagers.
Yeah,
they're lazy.
Especially with the amount of moisture that's in the vegetation right now, especially
Mhm.
with some timely rains. They don't need to necessarily drink water on the regular. They will when it's like these days like this.
Mhm.
They need to cool that internal body temp a little bit and stuff like that. But they're not moving far. So if you're not seeing deer, don't be discouraged on your cameras either. If I can get a buck passing through right now in the summer, I'm all for it. I'll use historical data for that deer. I'm just trying to get an inventory right now for the summer. We can't use mineral in New York. We can't bait in New York, so we are a little limited. So I'm using trail system spots where it's shaded cover or adjacent to ponds or
even scrapes,
whatever it might be. Yeah, historical scrape locations in those areas in between where in the fall it might be an area where he's using a couple times a week. I might get 1 or 2 pictures of him for the whole summer in that spot right now. But I know going back into the fall time, because of the cover that's there and the adjacent features, that's going to be the spot that cameras. Most of my cameras I don't move from summer to fall. I put them out in the fall locations before, and if I catch them and I catch some summer movement and some bucks in the summertime, all the better. But
I mean, I kind of know that like this month and next month, around my birthday is when I start to see my fall deer, or not my fall deer, but the deer that I'm going to have around in the fall move in.
Yeah.
So I kind of use, and I mean, it's also kind of a good thing.
September.
Not even a good thing because, birthday at the end of August, I really don't want to be going. I want to have all my stands prepped, good to go, and full and batteries. Wow. Brand new batteries and cameras by my birthday. Because that gives me a week at the end of August and then all of September. So that gives me about 5 to 6 weeks of everything calming back down.
Coasting, yep.
And then at that point, it's just shooting every day.
Yeah. Which still is. I mean, it's shooting every week for sure right now. Yeah, so Mark's in South Carolina, so I don't know what the Carolinas are getting. Obviously, rain sounds like.
140-degree heat.
Yeah, with rain.
100% humidity.
Mark says that's on his bucket list for pheasant hunting in South Dakota and North Dakota. I've never been to the Dakotas.
Dude, I want to go hunt mule deer in the Badlands in the worst way.
So that's the other thing that me and Derek are talking about when he comes in for my birthday is Idaho elk, buddy.
Oh, boy. Is Idaho over the counter?
For his zones, they are.
His zones, they are? Kind of want to know what an elk tag costs.
Yeah. I don't know. So me and Derek are going to hatch out some dates when he's in town for my birthday for September because I only have 1 weekend in September. I got something going on. So I got to hatch out plans.
We're going to lose you to elk.
Well, I don't know. I got to get over and get it figured out how to borrow a case from Mike or one of them guys to bring my bow with me.
I have one that might fit.
Yeah.
It's not a hard case, but it's good enough.
I don't know. I've never flown with a bow. I've only flown like twice in my life, so.
Flying's great. Just get drunk on the plane. They don't have this good stuff. They have like Jack and Jameson.
That's fine. We'll just do Jack on the rocks.
Like
we'll just do Jack.
Bacardi.
We'll just do Jack. I'll run into Burt Kreischer. We'll just drink Jack on the rocks all day.
Did that movie come out yet?
I think it's out right now.
What was the other movie?
I might have to go see it. Nate says no cameras out yet for me. Seems like the hottest days in August. I get them out there and get them up. Yeah, it seems to be every time me and Nate go to trim stands, it's also the hottest day in August.
It's kind of like the one time
every time.
It's like that day he asked me to come help him cut firewood, and it was 110 degrees outside.
Who, Nate?
Yeah.
Yeah, he likes that hot weather, man. Likes that hot August weather.
Dude, he thrives in it.
Yeah, well, the animal. What can I say? He did get over here, dude. He had that whole porch licked out in a half a day.
God bless him.
Yeah.
So, Nate, when are you starting your landscaping company?
He does it on the side. He's up for hire if you need anything done.
It's up for hire.
Mhm.
Oh, boy. I'm going to keep that in mind because I do have some projects I'd like done.
Oh, see, Nate, I got referral fee. Hook me up.
I'll pay. I got beer. I had a lot of beer. The other part too is we should probably all plan a day where we can all get together and just knock out cutting stands and everything. Just get like 3 or 4 of us all together and just go through. Because I mean, 4 of us
Check straps, trim them out. Yep.
we could knock out a property in a day.
Well, farm takes a bit.
Farm takes us about 2 days. If we're like,
Grandma's is nice. I can drive to everything with the pickup now.
yep.
For the most part. Well, no, I can't. That's corn this year. They changed the alfalfa to corn.
No, we gotta walk.
Just to the 2. That's not bad. They're just long back in there.
Yeah.
Um,
Because the 3 of us, we could knock out.
yeah, we can knock out each other's properties in, half a day or afternoon or whatever it might be.
Oh, absolutely. Then we'll just get
Couple wheelers, we're ready to go. I only got like 2 stands that I want to put up this year.
I got 3 I want to hang, 1 I want to move, and I got to order a new stand. And I mean, at the farm too, we also have the tractors and the mule at our disposal, so
That's convenient.
that makes everything a hell of a lot easier.
That's convenient. Mark says I keep 2 out year round. I'm seeing at least 3 nice bucks right now, and they're tearing up my mineral block 2 to 3 times a day. Yeah, I mean, in New York we can't use mineral, can't bait, can't do any of that stuff. I would like to, definitely for summer inventory purposes and stuff like that. Get them some trace mineral and stuff like that. This time of the year it'd be nice, but unfortunately we can't. But they can definitely be, some of the states that I've worked in that you can, use mineral. Pennsylvania previously, I don't know if you can anymore. Ohio,
You can bait.
some of those states you can,
You can still bait in Ohio.
You can bait mineral. So
Bait in Kentucky.
Yep. So
if you're gonna go to Idaho, how's the grizzly bear? They don't have grizzlies out there, do they? They just got cats.
they got cats.
They have grizzlies too, don't they?
I don't know where I'm going right off. I got it. So I think Derek is
I thought he was like northern tip.
yeah, Clark Fork is where Derek lives. So I'm trying to figure it out. Usually he's on the YouTube, but I don't know. He's probably out catching some fish or doing something right now. But yeah. So Mark says their season down in South Carolina opens August 15th.
Dude, so you remember my comment yesterday or the other day in the group chat?
What's that?
You got to be hotter than a fat kid in a sleeping bag at
Yeah,
camp.
yeah.
Mark, how did you not sweat to death in the tree stand, buddy?
Yeah, how do you get the deer processed in a timely manner?
Like, do you just
Their body temp must go up after you kill them, not down.
So do you guys just like shoot them with icicles at this point, like an ice gun or something?
Yeah,
You almost have to.
that's a good point. And then Nate says hustling. Yeah, he's learning.
Every day he's hustling.
He's learning the hustle, man.
Just send him the Rick Ross song.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be all right.
Yep. Andy comments and says, I have a case you can try. Andy Hall, just help me out. What a guy. What a
true
guy.
gentleman.
What a guy.
What a true gentleman.
Nope. I got the call today for the Big Buck dinner, Northeast Big Buck Club, because me and Nate had a couple deer make it in again this year.
There you go.
And it's just all the way out in Massachusetts, dude.
That's a haul.
That's a haul. If I shot something like,
160.
yeah, something like that caliber, you know what I mean?
And that's not knocking the deer that you guys shot. Either.
No, and I'm not trying to take away from them, but that's a long way to go for
a dinner.
So, but yeah, that's I think that's this weekend, or maybe next weekend.
We got foam to shoot.
Yeah, I got foam to shoot. I got certificates. I got all my merchandise over there for Finanza that I'm donating.
Oh, I
As you
forgot
can tell,
about the Bonanza.
as you can tell on how clean the basement is down here. I mean, you guys can't see it, but it's much cleaner than when you were down here last time. Hey,
Yeah, what's going on? Are you sick?
no,
You
we
sure?
we took it all down, donated it to the church rummage sale, my friend.
Oh yeah.
Why have a garage sale of your own when you can donate to the good old Methodist Church of Clyde, Savannah,
Hell yeah.
or Clyde? It's just Clyde Methodist Church down there. But yep, donated all of our stuff we were gonna sell in our yard sale right to the Methodist Church. They got their rummage sale coming up here in another couple weeks, and I told my mom today we'll give it to the church.
Hell yeah.
They can have it. Sell it, make the money off it, keep the lights on, all that good stuff.
Absolutely.
So, but
So Gary and Keith talked me into going to that safari shoot on the 16th.
of July,
Yeah. We got to go all the way to Albany. Well, it was more of Gary sending me a text message saying, "Hey, I signed you up, and we're going." It is not this Sunday, the following Sunday.
yeah, I got stuff going on that weekend. 15th, 16th, yeah, I got stuff going on.
The amazing part is the hunter class is a max of 50, and it's set up kind of like a Redding style. So for those of you guys that don't know Redding,
A dot, right?
yeah, it's the orange dot on the foam target. I don't know if these are going to be foam or if they're just going to be paper targets with dots. Gary signed me up, but because I only run a 4-pin, I only have a 20, 30, 35, 40, but I do have that slider sight. So I'm going to shoot in the open class with everyone with long stabilizers, fat arrows, and we're going with the hunting bow. We're just going to let it eat.
There you go. Well, as long as you're having fun hitting foam
Paper.
or paper.
I
Sorry,
just-
paper with the orange dot.
I just want to come home with all my arrows at that point.
That's a good goal to have when you go to one of them shoots. But
You're shooting two arrows into a target, from what I'm told.
two to a target.
Yeah. It's kind of wish how I could feel when we shoot 3D. When we drop an 8 on a shot, we know we should have hit the 10.
So do you get like best arrow or best arrows
I think
combined or what is it?
I think he count them both.
Okay.
That's a question for Gary.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never shot it. Gary's too cool to watch our videos.
I was on the phone with him before as I pulled in.
So anyway, he asked me today, and how many times have we talked about using vines for our mock scrapes? I was talking to him, I think it was the day I was putting the cameras out. I was like, yeah, cameras are out today and vines, our next card pull, I'll put my vines out. He's like, vines? I'm like, yeah, for mock scrapes. He's like the kind of vines that grow in the woods? I'm like, yeah, like for the mock scrapes. Huh. Never heard of that. Okay.
Gary, you are our favorite nerd.
I don't know if I don't know. Maybe he's not. Maybe he doesn't listen to what we're saying at all when I'm talking to him. I don't know. Maybe he just tunes me out. Tunes me and Nate out because Nate talks about it. You talk about it. I talk about it. That's mostly what I use for my mocks now is vines. So I sent him a YouTube video from my mock scrape video that I made. Whatever.
He's probably thinking about how he's up by 15 on us.
Yeah, whatever.
Every shot.
I'm just sandbagging it, getting the shoot up.
I hope Mike is watching.
Yeah, that'd be great. So Mark says you drop them. I think he's talking about your icicle shots that you said you're shooting them with. He says that's not bad. The processors really are close for him down there in South Carolina. I bet, dude. I mean, I can't imagine hunting. Like, I've passed on the September season the past couple years because of how warm it was. But we don't have processors open in the September season.
No, the only processor open is I don't even think Costanza's is.
No.
I mean, if we really needed to, I could.
Oh, we could buck one down, quarter one up, and put it in, put it on ice or something. Yeah. It wouldn't be that bad, But Nate says Carolina boys are a different breed.
That they are.
Coming from the guy that wants to set stands and cameras on the hottest day every year that we have in New York. Different breed Carolina boys. Every year, dude. I think it's been for like the last 3 years. Me and Nate have been helping each other with stands and cameras. It's always
Let's be honest.
Freaking day of the summer.
Where is Nate from?
Phelps.
Ontario County.
Okay.
We're from Wayne County.
Okay, so what? You're saying that's the North-South division?
I think so.
Oh, jeez. I don't think
I
so.
think so.
Because my wife can't handle the heat, so I highly doubt it.
All right, so Nate's just special.
Yeah. Different breed.
Built different.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, cracking eggs.
Packers fans.
Oh, come on. Don't get into that Packers garb.
Just saying.
Nate says, went to the Northeast Big Buck Club dinner in 2019. It was a cool experience. Good time, good people. Yeah, I think maybe we should make a plan for it, a different year, not this year when it's like, what, a week and a half before the event or something.
A year we all get in, so Jake has to get his shit together.
I think this could be the year then. This might be the magic year.
It might be.
I think we need to make a bet because last time we made a bet, I did shave my ass, by the way.
No, you had to get it waxed.
Oh, I got to wax it?
You had to get it waxed.
Oh, fine. I got to find someone to wax my ass.
Nate,
So,
you're the lawn care guy.
So back in the day, I say back in the day, it was what, 2 years ago?
2 years ago.
2 years ago, we make a bet, smallest buck, and this is also the loophole in it. Smallest bucks gets their ass waxed. I didn't shoot a buck, therefore I didn't shoot the smallest buck. Technicality, I don't know.
But I do believe.
I know we caveated that no buck would be.
Because we were.
And we were hammered. We were at the Forever Wild banquet.
Yeah.
When we made the bet with Tommy, Ryan, Nate, you, me. I don't know. There was like 6, 8 of us there. And I was the only one that didn't kill a buck that year. Not that I didn't have the opportunity to. It was just, whatever. I don't know.
I mean, we could probably do one with all of us.
Yeah. But, yeah, maybe I need to make another bet. That way we all shoot some deer, except for me.
Nah, dude, you'll kill.
Yeah. So, Mark C.
kill.
says the hottest that I've ever hunted was 104 plus heat index.
Are you shitting me?
Whew.
So do you even wear camouflage at that point, or
T-shirts and shorts? I don't know.
do you just go like lay in the dirt hoping to cool off and the deer don't see you?
Mm-hmm.
What do we got from Andy?
Andy says we hunted Idaho, Clark Fork, and Montana right across the border. Both have cats, black bears, some grizz. Can see anything: elk, muley, sheep, goats, moose, bear, cats, and lots of wolves.
All right, so this brings me back to the point I was making earlier. I heard in a podcast that they were talking about if you're hunting grizz or cat country, which would you rather be attacked by, a grizz or a cat? I'm taking a cat.
Do I know what's coming?
With a cat, you're not going to.
That's what I mean. Do I know what's coming? If I know it, it's got to be. I think
the cat's going to jump up from behind, bite your neck, snap it, you're done. With a grizzly, you might get 10 rounds out of the Glock 10 millimeter off.
Yeah,
but then you're going to feel him ripping you. Like, I'd have to take the cat, and I hate cats.
I'll pass. No, pass.
Then again, I don't know. I might be able to take it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Don't let me scare you into not going to Idaho.
No, I'll be going. I definitely want to go for sure, but like I don't want to fuck around and find out with a grizzly.
Do get a 10 mil though before you go.
I can't carry to Idaho.
Get your Utah class ASAP.
There's that.
They do it at Sportsman's at like once a month.
There's that.
Speaking of which, I no longer work there.
Yeah.
I paid my truck off.
Yeah, I'll take no cat, no bear.
Life.
Life. Pro-life. I'm pro-life. So.
That's a loaded statement that we are not going to get into on a hunting show.
Yeah.
So, in other news.
Nate says neither, LOL, for, I'm assuming the cat or the bear. And then Mark says, no, bow hunting 25 feet up, full camo scent blocker. Dedication, my friend.
So, after season, are you, like, down 35 pounds? Like, do you just got to bulk back up come winter?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, I don't know I don't think I've ever wore short sleeves deer hunting.
I did 2020 in the rut when it was those 70-degree days. Because, I mean, you're never going to know unless you're out there.
All right.
I was in a t-shirt and pants.
2020. Oh, I killed white buck 2020.
Yep, COVID.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So, no, and I mean, we'll see. Jake walked over. He walked past my serial killer board over there, and he's like, "Oh, you only got one deer you're chasing, huh?" I said, I haven't had time, dude, to put
Dude, I was going to say, if you
stuff
only
up there.
had the one, I'd give him 3 weeks.
No, it's
I'd say he'd be dead by November.
so. Curly is odd, and I'm looking at the board. That's why looks like I'm glassy-eyed, looking off into space. I'm looking over at my 1-year rule board. That's last year's data, so I got to put this past year's on it. And the last picture I had of him was December 29th or 30th.
It says 25th. Over on the board.
That was year prior.
Oh.
So and again, historically, he disappears before January. Just always has.
See, Hitch disappeared November 13th, which terrifies me.
Mm-hmm.
That I don't have a picture of him after November 13th.
Let's see, you got your 10 out. I'm assuming you want one of these.
Got a bottle.
Okay.
So yeah, that terrifies me. Other than that, I think I have a picture of a 5-point. January 17th. Other than that, I don't know what we're doing this year.
Hey man, sometimes you just gotta hunt it. You know, there's been a lot of years, obviously way back when I wasn't running cameras, that the first deer over the hill was a mystery, and sometimes when I haven't had a lot of cameras out, like Grandma's a couple years ago, I only had like one picture in the summertime of Wybuck.
I had a bunch of pictures.
And then there was one other buck that I had pictures of too over there that year.
I had quite a few pictures of Wybuck.
But I had no cameras running during season that year over there. Mm-hmm. So when he came in, it was like, I think that's the one that I had pictures of in velvet, but I didn't have any hard antler pictures of him. So, sometimes that is cool to get back to, not having a camera on a piece and just hunting it and, finding good locations or historical locations, and sometimes you're just going in blind. You don't know what's going to walk out.
So, absolutely.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I do like watching them come up and be like, oh, I think I know what deer that is. Put the binoculars on them and it's like, okay, that's what deer it is. But there is some cool things too to not knowing what deer is going to be coming up the hill, or I don't recognize that deer. Mark C says 235 pounds.
Good for you, buddy.
Yeah, so what else is going on? We got
11:14.
Oh,
thank you.
There's Mrs. Jake commenting in with the dates. So if anybody wants to know when to hunt Jake's farms, like those are 2 1-year rule dates right there.
Will be. I can't say that live on Facebook.
So
don't worry about it. Just don't go.
Hitch was the 14th. Lucky 7 was the 19th. And that's what I've seen too on certain farms. Is certain days are hot.
Don't put that information up. What are you doing? Don't put that up there. People don't need to know that.
Just kill them before those dates. It won't matter.
Well, I'm gonna try to.
So, but like we said, it all starts with right now, with getting your bow shot, getting it tuned, getting a new string on it, whatever you got to do. You start shooting, get that muscle memory built, and that way when the time comes, it's automatic. And my success rate has gone up significantly since I started shooting summer and winter leagues at Heritage.
Absolutely.
The walls filled up more. Sorry to my wife, but
you're not sorry.
Yeah.
You don't have to.
No comment.
He's not sorry.
So
coming from Jake.
The success rate has gone up. The successful shot rate has gone up, obviously, as well with that confidence, because the confidence is there, and that's what we talked about a little bit in the group chat even, was confidence in your setup, whether you're shooting your fixed blade broadheads, your expandable broadheads. It doesn't really matter, for what you're shooting. It's your confidence in your setup, and where your shot location is.
Mm-hmm.
This is what it's going to boil down to. Obviously, you shoot a high quality head, whatever head you decide to shoot. Shoot something of good quality, good sharp, blades on that broadhead, or something that maybe if you're putting an edge on it yourself or whatever too. Um, but have the confidence and shoot them and tune them, please. You'll do much better in the long run.
I'm gonna shamelessly plug Slick Trick. Go get you some.
There's options.
I'm just being shameless about it.
I killed my buck last year with that Slick Trick.
Best idea I ever had for you.
I don't know, made about 100, 120 yards, something like that maybe. Because he made it out of top field, and that's about 100 yards across. And then he went downhill a little bit, so probably about 25. About buck 25. And I was a little worried, because if anybody's ever like open field track deer, especially at night, day is a little bit better because you can see blood a little bit better during the day. But with the light washed out a little bit, was getting like overloaded with light.
Right.
So we were having a hard time finding it. And then we finally found some blood, and the deer was deader than stone. Even he was stiff when we found him. But we were doing a couple little half circles, and then we found blood, and then just trying to figure out where he went. Where he exited the field, I thought he went out in the corner somewhere. He did, but he kind of went in before the corner rather than in the corner like I thought.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of did like a little jump skip, again looking from the tree versus on the ground. Found the arrow, and then he was like within 30 yards of that arrow when he popped that arrow out, when he made the jump to get out of the field. So
I just threw my broadheads on because I keep about 18 arrows. I have 12 that I shoot 3D with that are built exactly the same as my hunting arrows. And a boy. So
that's the guy. That's the winner right there.
Anybody, if you guys want to take note of this, try it as well. Like I said, I have 18 arrows. I know arrows are expensive, but when it comes to, like archery is truly my only passion. So I always keep a dozen arrows for 3D or just shooting to practice with.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have 6 arrows that have broadheads. They've all been tuned to each broadhead. With the Slick Tricks, I can just pop blades in and out. So I'll shoot them, make sure everything is tuned, throw fresh new blades in them. I know I can just throw them on the bow and good to go. And I always keep 6 for hunting.
Mm-hmm. I run 5 just because that's what my quiver holds. But
I run white fletchings, white knocks, just so.
Yeah, this is my exact arrow setup from last year. The only thing I changed was I tuned one more arrow to put to the quiver.
Hell yeah.
To take this one out. Didn't shoot a doe last year with my bow. But these assailants. Nice compact head. It's an expandable. I mean, they call it a hybrid head, but it's really an expandable with, kind of oversized bleeders.
1/8.
I guess I'd call them.
Or 1/8 inch.
Yeah, 1.1 inch.
Yep.
For that. So I like the chisel point on it.
What's nice about the way that this broadhead is designed, folks, is if you have seen like the Raptor Trick by Slick Trick or like even Levi Morgan's Schwackers, when they enter the body, may I please?
Yep.
I don't know how well you'll be able to see this, but as you can see right here, guys, you have these 2 prongs. These do have a beveled edge, so that way when they enter the cavity, once they hit a rib, that is what causes them to deploy as they go through.
Or friction entering skin, anything like that. So the exit was better than the entrance, I will say, for that.
Yep, and that is because you do want to get through that rib cage, because you don't want to run like a rage. If say you had like I'm not knocking any of these companies, but like Rage or Grim Reaper or anything, the way those open, if you do hit a bone, you do risk either losing that blade and or having a
Mhm.
deflection.
Yeah, and I mean it held up pretty decent. I went through the rib on one side, and I'm wondering if that's that little chattering I got on the bleeder blade,
Very well
just
could
from
be.
running across that bone, to roll that edge a little bit.
Hmm.
But other than that, it stayed fully intact. Did get a pass through. It wasn't a full pass through into the dirt. It
Hmm.
was a pass through, meaning out both sides of the animal, because the knock disappeared. So the knock was inside of him, arrow hanging out the other side, and then it flew out as he was running off. But no, they've been real good arrows. I mean, I killed them with a lot of different arrows. I mean, let me go through them. A Muzzy, the first bow buck, which I just got him back. You haven't seen him yet.
Nope.
That's my first bow buck I ever killed. He just came back from Pres Wildlife Artistry. Another shameless plug. Ding. Um, he was a G5, recovered after season.
The Havoc.
Yeah, that Havoc. Montec, G5. That was a gun buck. That's the old dirt nap. I killed a lot of deer with the dirt naps.
Dude, their marketing.
I killed a couple bucks. I killed a lot of deer. Probably killed the most deer I've killed with dirt naps.
Dude,
And if they were better out of the package, I would still shoot them.
their marketing as far as
There are. Here's one right here on Bud. Come to think of it.
I mean, I shot him in the foam. Ooh, that could have been bad. And I chewed up the bleeders. That was my only gripe with them.
Yeah, the bleeders roll on them. And I can't. The edges, dude, they just don't come that sharp from the factory, and that's one thing that bothered me with the dirt naps. Shooting them going forward, but I liked them. The tuning was pretty minimal with them. Real nice heads. Got to run the blue ones for the Old Tin Cup Blue, or whatever you want to call it. They were nice. I killed a lot of deer with them, dude. I killed Outlaw with it, killed Bud with it, killed another bull buck with it. Which one? There was another one. I know there was. I'm losing track here. But anyway,
Trying to think.
Wybuck. No, Wybuck I killed
with a dirt nap.
with dirt nap. So yeah.
Because you were shooting dirt nap up until this past season, weren't you?
Yep.
Because we talked about you possibly wanting to go to an expandable or a hybrid.
A hybrid head or something different.
And I had a couple laying around the house. And
Yeah.
I was like, just give it a try.
Mm-hmm.
I had a couple practice heads
They
for
flew
you to
good.
try too.
They flew real good, tuned real good, everything like that. So, and then my first bull buck there, he was also, or not my first bull video buck, he was a Muzzy. So I killed a couple with Muzzies, killed a couple with a few with dirt naps, one with the assailant, G5. Anything G5, I've been 0 for 2, 0 for 3.
Really? Even the Montec?
Yeah, nothing over there. Just killed them. Those have been postseason recoveries, both those G5 bucks. Unfortunately, which they have the tags hanging from them from those respective years, because that's what I decided was that archery tag was done. So, yeah. I don't know. I was just at the G5s. I wasn't happy with the sharpness either. And actually, I remember me and Nate were talking. We were down here before we were doing the show and everything. When we were just hanging out down here at the bar, we were down here with a Stone and a G5 head.
I was here for that.
You were here for that too that night?
Yep.
And we couldn't get the damn thing sharp. The angles were all different, cut on it and stuff. And I'm like, and Nate's like, dude, this is not gonna be good, man.
Well, and the thing is too, like looking at the way that those blades are cut, you almost can't use a Stone. You almost have to use like
You got to sharpen them individually.
yeah,
but the way they're designed, designed is so you can put them on that G5 stone
Mm-hmm.
and go and work them, with it. But they were definitely not,
Yeah,
I don't know if they were cast or if they're.
it's like a 35-degree angle too. It's hard to get a 35-degree angle on a razor blade sharp.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, sorry, Mark, missed your comment. Mark C says, I got two that I'm really after this year on one piece of property, a real nice wide dark 8-point. Another piece of property has a tall palmated 10-point. Dude, hope you connect with one or both. I think South Carolina, I think you can kill $4 or $5 in South Carolina.
I know in Jersey you can kill like $6.
Yeah. Different states you can kill different amounts of bucks. We're a $2 state still. As much as, and I mean, we can dive down this rabbit hole. We probably will closer to season, just to get everybody's buck or blood flowing on the buck thing.
$1 state, shorten gun, move gun season out of the rut. Have it be the last week. Have it be the week of Thanksgiving. 1 week gun season. I know I'm gonna get crucified at the stake.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
But that's
so. Okay, and that's what me and Nate dove into with that one show, and that was a really good show. And I wish that wasn't with the previous name. That's why I'd like to jump into it.
Mm-hmm.
But like, how many people do you think fill both buck tags?
40%. No, I'm gonna say 25% of people fill both buck tags, and I'm willing to bet that both buck tags aren't filled until crossbow and then opening day of rifle, and that's it.
You're so far off, dude. You don't even know what you're talking about.
Am I really?
That's what everybody is so blown away, dude. Is if you are, I forget the exact numbers. I'll have to look them back up, but I think it's 40-ish% is a success rate. So only 40% of hunters are successful. Period.
So I'm willing to bet 25% of that 40%. 10% of that 40? 5. 3%. 1.
It's like 1.3%.
You want to hear something that's going to blow your mind? So you've heard this too on the Hunter podcast when they talked about Ohio's season. 70% of Ohio's archery kill is with a crossbow.
It's probably getting up there, not quite to 70 in New York, but I bet we're probably close to 50-50, I would think at this point, maybe 60-40. 60 still traditional, 40, horizontal bow. But that's what I think. But yeah, I think that's definitely coming up. But yeah, dude, it is a very, very small percentage of hunters that kill both tags.
But you know why they won't go to $1?
Tax dollars.
Tax dollars, and the fact the insurance companies will have a conniption.
Well, there's always the different, pieces that we can speculate into. I think it also comes down to you as a hunter on your piece of property. If it is just you, let's just say, and most of us that are on this 100-piece property with a family member or a friend or whatever it might be, you just have to have that realistic conversation with that property. Is it going to support, sometimes back when I was on a lease for a little while with one guy, the rule was $3 come off the lease. If one guy shoots 2 of the bucks, there's only $1 you can still take on the lease.
It's a matter of who does it first.
You know what I mean? Yeah, absolutely. And there was specific harvest guidelines, so it had to be X number of inches, or you had to shoulder it, or whatever the the goals were, whatever for that year. And if you didn't, you had penalties that you paid that helped keep up on the maintenance of the lease and stuff like that too. So there's always stuff that you can look at and shift different ways, but it still comes down to you. If your property can sustain it, if it's just you and another person on a couple hundred acres, I think you could kill 3 bucks between the two of you, maybe even 4. And a lot of people say that doing what we did this past year was greedy. Me and my dad killing $4, off of our piece. But dude, I mean,
no.
How many? how many for the amount of hours we put into it? Yes, and there's time, there's money, there's all that stuff. How many opportunities do you have at killing 4.5-year-old or better deer, or how much effort and time do you have to put in to kill 4.5-year-old or older deer on a piece of property in a given season?
And I'm going to say no, it's not greedy, and that's not just because we're friends. That's because I know the size of the property, the density.
Mm-hmm.
I have a general idea of what is running around.
Mm-hmm.
You know, from everything we've shared back and forth, I know what's running around. I know how you are on everything like that. So, given the size of the property, I don't think 4 is too much.
No, and I think we could have, even took another deer or two, but once you start looking at the big picture, and this is where we're having conversation with our neighbors, is we still had individuals that hunt with us, that we still had a couple deer that we deemed as, your target bucks or whatever you want to call them, or deer we wanted to, try to maybe take, if they had the opportunity to come up for a shot. And we decided to pass them, Curly being one of them,
Mm-hmm.
or let them go for another year and just, switch over to doe harvest or, whatever we were doing. Just because the neighbors were also successful. So we also wanted to make sure that we had a sustainable age class. Now, I will say also that last year was the best age class we've ever had since we've owned the farm.
Right.
Since 2008. So, but dude, there was good bucks getting dropped left and right on the block last year.
Mm-hmm.
But our age class was so stacked, man. We had so many 4-year-old bucks last year that, and we put a hurting on them. But St. Patrick was 6, double wide was 5. We did kill the top end 5 and 6-year-olds. And there's still some good 3s and a couple 4s that, still got through.
And that's not including what's going to move in with
Mm-hmm.
the 2 dominant bucks out of the pool now.
Yeah. Curly's always been a subordinate deer, so I'll be very curious on how that shakes out. But Dono, Bear found his shed. That's out in the garage right now. He's one that I'm really looking forward to what he might turn into or might show up as this year. So I'm really curious for him. He's a real nice 3-year-old that I had some encounters with last year. I rattled him in last year. Bear found his shed. He's a really cool buck. Trying to really think. And then we got Curly and Clipper.
Yeah.
I'm really still torn if they're 2.5 or 3.5 last year. They're just kind of at that magical spot on our kind of piece where they could be a really, really solid 2.5. Like my first 12 buck, he was 2.5. They could be really, really super solid 2-year-olds and look like 3-year-olds, or 3-year-olds that look like 4-year-olds. And that's where you got to go back to body.
Yeah.
But and then you got deer like Dad's buck double wide. Real nice width on the frame, a lot of height on his tines, doesn't score great. But 5.5-year-old dude, freaking deer looks like a damn beef cow.
Yeah.
I was finding some trail cam pictures of him when I was going through cards before putting out cameras, and
looks like cattle I've run.
Oh, dude, he looks like a cow with just a freaking wide, weird set of antlers on top of his head because his body was huge.
Mm-hmm.
Just huge deer. So,
but, well, buddy,
gotta be getting close.
8:50.
Oh, yeah. We are 1 hour and 8 minutes in the show, so that's usually where we try to cap them as about an hour long. Thank you everyone for tuning in over on the Facebook side of things. Really appreciate everybody tuning in over there. A lot of conversation on the YouTube tonight as well. Thank you, Nate, Mark, and Gary. Gary says I have it playing on my TV on occasion, just usually doing house chores. I give you those likes and views, though. Thank you, Gary.
Atta boy.
Cheers, Gary.
Cheers.
I got to finish it anyway. So thanks everyone for tuning in tonight. Actually, the only thing we didn't check was Bullhorn, but Bullhorn has nobody. 0 listeners all afternoon. Go figure. But yeah, really thanks to you guys. Make sure you tune in to the YouTube videos we got coming up. Get out there and get shooting your bows like we talked about. Heritage is open. They got the 3D course open. You can pay to shoot it.
Absolutely.
I think it's $10 a round to shoot.
15
$10 or $15 a round to shoot. Even if you're not shooting the summer league, just to use the targets. And they're set up right now.
And if you want someone to go with, don't be afraid to reach out to Ben. I know I'm not on social media. Ben can give you my number if he's not able to make it and you guys need someone to shoot with. You just want to have someone to talk with and shoot with, just reach out to us, and I'm always down to go shoot.
Absolutely. And it sounds like we'll be down at RBD Saturday.
It's at Dansville Rod and Gun Club.
Dansville Rod and Gun, which is right there, right off the main drag. It's like a left off the main drag as you come down into Dansville.
I've never been.
Yeah, I've been past it a couple of times. I dated a girl down there in college for a while, so I was used to that drive.
I think Gary said he's driving, so we're all packing in the Civic or whatever the thing
maybe
is.
I'll just drive the Ranger separate, not even shoot.
No, just come on. It's a fun ride.
Oh, boy. Well, it sounds like we'll be down with the RBD this weekend, and then got a couple other things coming up, staying busy. Party on the 22nd, so I think Derek is going to be on that week of my birthday party.
Hell yeah, it'll be
Because
good
he'll
to
be in
see
town.
Derek. If you see us at the shoot, come up and give us your best hot take from anything you've seen on the episodes.
Absolutely.
We all do love a good hot take.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So, thank you, Jake, for coming on, man.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you all for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Like always, hit that thumbs up. Let us know what you like, what you dislike, because we like the constructive criticism as well, or even just your general criticism.
Yeah.
And really appreciate the feedback and all the support, folks, and the views. And we'll catch y'all next time down here at the bar, in the field, or wherever we're at, man.
Absolutely. Take
See
care,
ya.
guys.